All right, everyone, to the April 6, 2021 York City Council Legislative Session. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Rivera,
Here.
Washington,
Here.
Walker,
Here.
Nixon.
Here. Thank you. We need to approve the minutes of March the 16th. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes as distributed? Hearing none, all those in favor of accepting the March 16th minutes, please say aye.
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 And the motion carries. Thank you. The next scheduled meeting is April the 20th at 6 o'clock. It will also be virtual, and we look forward to having people join us. The items for the agenda are due by April the 14th at noon or by noon. We'll proceed with the first, which is final passage of Bill number 10.
Move for a vote.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Are there any discussion from council?
Just to read in short title real quick, that is a bill amending the 2020 budget in the amount of $8,015 for a JAG funding grant for the enhancement of law enforcement operations.
Any comments? Is there a comment from the public on this item? Any hands raised?
Cliff, are there any call-ins?
Sorry, what did you say? I just ran out of the room.
I'm sorry, were there any call-ins? Someone called me about this earlier today. I just wanted to see it.
There are no hands raised, so I don't know if anybody said it, but if anybody would like to speak, you need to raise your hand or press *9 to raise your hand if you're calling in on the phone.
This would be comments on final passage of Bill number 10.
Correct.
Let's assume that we don't hear from anyone on this item. Would you please call the roll?
Rivera,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Nixon.
Yes, and that is so ordered. Next, we have introduction of Bill number 11.
That's you, Councilman Rivera.
So introduced. Sorry, I was on mute.
Bill number 11, introduced by Lou Rivera, bill amending the 2020 budget in the amount of $32,964.88 for a public health emergency preparedness response program.
Very good, and we will let that sit until our next meeting. Next is introduction of Bill number 12.
So introduced.
That is bill number 12, introduced by Lou Rivera, a bill amending the 2021 budget in the amount of $59,702.60 for a safe and healthy communities program.
And once again, that bill will sit until our next meeting when we will consider it. Now we go into new business, and there are two items that I wish to pull for discussion and clarification. Item number 8 and item number 9. Is there anyone on council wishes to pull any other item for further discussion?
Yes, I will have to. I'm asking to pull item number 11 as I will have to abstain from that vote.
And the reason for your abstaining?
Because I deal directly with the SAMRC.
Very well. You potentially would be able to profit from that vote. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. Council, any objections to Mr. Rivera's absence?
No.
None.
Very good. No, I don't have any either. So you may abstain. Thank you. Any other item? Very well. We can consider, let us find out from the public if there are any hands raised on any of these items, of the items other than 8, 9, and 11.
Nothing here.
Very good. May I have a motion to consider a consent agenda for items 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we are willing to consider that. Now may I have a motion to approve a consent agenda of items 4, 5, 6, 7, and 10?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Good, thank you. Would you please call the roll for that?
Rivera,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Nixon,
Yes. And those are so ordered. Item number 8 that I asked to pull, I think we need to clarify for the public at least that there is no request for grant funds from DCED. This is simply awarding a contract for the audit to Brown, Schultz, Sheridan, and Fritz. That is the only thing on that resolution. Are there any comments from either council, or are there any hands raised?
No hands.
Very good. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Rivera,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes.
Walker,
Yes.
Nixon.
Yes, and that's so ordered. On item number 9, there's an error on the agenda. It is not approving the asset purchase of the sewer system, but rather approving the indemnification of the members of the authority. Did I phrase that correctly, Council?
Yeah,
You said it-
that's correct, Henry. This is a indemnification agreement. As council knows, the sewer authority is the owner of the wastewater treatment system. Going through the PUC process, though, it's really the city that's kind of driving it. So the city is giving an indemnification agreement. We've agreed to an indemnification agreement with the sewer authority where we indemnify their members and their board and the entity itself, basically saying the city is responsible for any litigation that comes up going forward.
It's sort of routine, I think.
Correct.
Please call the roll.
Rivera,
Yes.
Washington,
No.
Walker,
Yes.
Nixon,
Yes, and that is so ordered. Next, we have item number 11. Mr. Rivera has requested to abstain from this vote. Is there any discussion from anyone in the public on this item?
Nothing here.
No hands raised? Very
No
well.
hands.
Any comments from council on this item?
Can I make a comment?
Please.
So I wanted to thank Mayor Helfrich and the administration. A few months ago, Mr. Carlos Graupera had reached out to me. with the idea of bringing the Tech Centro model of SACA in Lancaster to York. And he wanted to partner up with the SAMRC. And so we wrote up a case for support, and I wanted to share that if I could with council and the administration. The partnership is the Spanish American Multicultural Resource Center and the Spanish American Civic Association of Lancaster have agreed to enter into a partnership in order to bring the Tech Centro workforce development model to York. The development of the Tech Centro model in York will contribute significantly towards the economic and social development of the York communities of color by lifting individuals and families out of poverty through a consistent effort in the area of adult learning, workforce development, and employment in self-sustaining jobs that will lift individuals out of poverty. The implementation of the Tech Centro model will focus on individuals who face unemployment and underemployment and who are, as a result, face poverty and low income levels. The Tech Centro model will allow individuals with the desire to lift themselves out of poverty, unemployment, and underemployment to find all the necessary resources to find self-sustaining employment. The Tech Centro model will enable individuals to find language development, adult basic education, job readiness training, skills training, and job placement located under one roof. The Tech Centro model is developed to be a community-based operation located in the area of most with bilingual services provided and no shortcuts on state-of-the-art technology and placed in an attractive environment. So we have an opportunity to refurbish and develop a beautiful and historic building on the corner of Philadelphia and Pine Streets. And I just wanted to share that with you. Carlos might be on the line, but we also have partnership committee members and board members that may want to say something as well.
If they would like to speak, then have them raise their hand so I know. We do have Alisanne Frost raising her hand. You want me to put her through now?
Go ahead, Ms. Frost.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Alisanne Frost. I am a board member of SAMRC, and I just want to show my support for this project and and reiterate what Lou had said about the importance of this project and the partnership with SACA. This project is really slated to bring an amazing resource to the community as far as workforce development, employment, and help with self-sustaining jobs for a very vulnerable community. Lou said it pretty well, but I just wanted to reiterate that and show my support.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there anyone else, Cliff, that has a hand raised?
That's all that I see.
There's a question in the chat.
Would you like?
Is it possible to clarify how this differs from the workforce program CASA just brought to York?
Mr. Rivera?
So I'm not familiar with CASA's workforce development program. I'm sure it's extremely important for our community. But we shouldn't allow ourselves to have just one resources for workforce development. If our partners in Lancaster want to bring the Tech Centro model to York and we're able to raise the funds, why not have more than one? It seems that Ms. Levine is almost always asking about the question is duplication of efforts. When there are not enough efforts being done, or when there's not enough resources in the Black and brown communities, we shouldn't ask why something differentiates from others. We should be able to use all the resources that are about to be given to our community.
Is there anything else, Ms. Walker?
No, I don't see anything else. And oh, wait, there is another one. Oh, that was it's a robust model that exists in Maryland. Are there opportunities to collaborate and amplify impact?
Absolutely, without a doubt. There was never any question. We are open to work with all partners, nonprofit and the services organizations. We've already have been speaking with the Salem Square Community Association, of which I sit on the board, and the program It's All About Change, and of course others that are looking forward to working with us to be able to better engage our community.
All right. I assume there are no others.
I don't see anything else in the chat.
Okay, and we have no hands raised on this item.
Oh, well, she just replied and said that would be great to see. There's a lack of collaboration among our Latino serving partners.
Good. Well, we appreciate these comments. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Rivera,
Abstain?
Washington,
No.
Walker,
Yes.
Nixon.
Yes.
That does not pass.
I'm sorry, my laptop cut out. What was the vote?
The vote, it doesn't pass. We have one abstention, one no, and two yeses. We need three.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, my laptop went out for like 10 seconds.
Very good. Are there any comments from council on general comments? Hearing none. Is the mayor on? Or?
I'm sorry, I did have a comment. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I'm good.
I did get a chance to attend the community forum that Commissioner Muldrow held last night. It was a partnership between the city and NAACP, I believe, Inclusive Arts and the BMA. I'm probably missing some other organizations, but I just wanted to say that it was just refreshing to see the representation in the room. And it seems like some communication and some trust is being reestablished. So just kudos to everyone who spearheaded this initiative, Richard Craighead, Commissioner Muldrow. It was just refreshing to attend it and see the input and the communication from yesterday evening.
Vice President, can you just tell what that was about so I could put that in the minutes?
Well, Commissioner Muldrow, this is his second community forum meeting, and it's just outreach from the police department to meet with residents, have open dialogue, update them on what's actually going on in the police department through transparency. And so I guess that's just the overall gist of it. I don't know if the mayor or anybody else may want to comment, but that's what I've gotten from the flyers. And
yeah, that's what my understanding is also.
Okay.
And I have to say that I really am very pleased with Commissioner Muldrow and his proactive stand on crime and his proactive stand on improving relationships among the police and our citizens. And further, I recently heard that from a police officer that morale has never been better among the officers. That made me very, very happy and speaks to the efforts of Commissioner Muldrow. Ms. Thompson, I believe you were going to say something.
No, no.
Very good. Mayor, I see that you're on the call. Do you have any comments?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. President. I'd like to follow up and thank you, Sandy, for coming out. And I hope everybody can come out to these events with the commissioner and police officers. And there were folks from the district attorney's office and yes, multiple different nonprofits that serve our community. And they are being held every first Monday at 6 o'clock at Still Meadow Church, 350 Chestnut Street. Also wanted to follow up with, for those that didn't hear the news or hear the press conference, we did have an extremely successful initiative that was led by Commissioner Muldrow with the bringing together the U.S. Attorney General's office, the ATF, the district attorney, other police departments, and they netted 19 warrants for individuals who are selling guns, bringing guns into our city. So as I've said before, we don't manufacture guns in New York City. We don't have gun stores. We don't have gun shows. These guns are coming from other places and we need to stop them. And Commissioner Muldrow and the team, including federal forces, all really came together, identified 53 illegal guns. We've already taken 20 of those, and adding that to the 46 guns that the York City Police Department and GVI units brought together, or were able to confiscate in just the first quarter. That's 66 guns off the streets of York City in just 3 months. So it's incredible. And this initiative is not going to stop. Operation Scarecrow has created the Gun Squad, an official new department similar to, say, the Drug Task Force, that they will be focused only on finding who's bringing these guns into our city, who's giving these guns to our children. So I'm very excited. And again, I could not give more kudos to Commissioner Muldrow. He's just doing an excellent, excellent job. And to add on to it, if you'll give me a second to jump over to a press release that just went out, our York City Police Department just took Anthony Colon, also known as A-Rod, off of the streets. He has, we believe that he has been involved in quite a few of the shooting incidents, the shots fired incidents that have been going on around the city recently. And we were able to, sorry, I'm trying to get back to the Zoom meeting here. There we go. We were able to apprehend him with the assistance of U.S. Marshals Task Force with officers from York and Harrisburg, the state police. Now I got to move my Zoom meeting so I can keep reading this. Our York County Probation Services, and of course the York City Police Department and Northern York County Regional. It was a great effort to get somebody that is, unfortunately, you know, I always feel sad about this 19-year-old. And instead of doing something that is positive, something in our community, he's been a menace, and unfortunately has to get separated from our community, and that means prison. So I look forward to us and the district attorney's office keeping this young person off of our streets until hopefully he gets some sense, and maybe he'll come back and contribute to our community. So have that. And then the final thing I wanted to share was our York City Bureau of Health is working with Family First Health and at 116 South George, and they have a COVID vaccine clinic. We have already given out well over 200. I think we're probably approaching more than 500. We expect to have 1,000 vaccine doses out within the month, and you can schedule an appointment by calling 717-812-4495. That's 717-812-4495 to get your free COVID vaccine right across from City Hall, right by the McDonald's at Family First Health, 116 South George Street. And I just also want to thank council for all their work and for assisting with the votes tonight. Tonight, I think we really made some progress for York City, and I really do appreciate your work.
Well, thank you, Mayor. I think that sums everything up. And-
Henry, if I could jump in just for 1 second, if
Sure.
Alice Ann is still on, yeah, Alice Ann, please check out the email I sent you regarding the APA. Thanks a lot.
Well, a bit of side business here. Thank you.
Thank you, Henry.
Very good. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you all and a good evening.